What do all these things have in common? The LAPD scandal, Renzo Collins, Tamika Miller, Amadou Diallo, Louisville Police Chief scandal, Alfred Pope. Is anybody aware of these incidents and what it means to us in law enforcement?
All these are involved with police officers involved with violence, acts of violence, aggression.
Anybody else?
I think they all have negative connotations for the police department.
A lot of this has to do with the way that we are visualized, the way that we are looked at by the public. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Officer Tim Dillingham with the Woodlawn Police Department. I've been with the Woodlawn Police Division for 11 years. I'm a state certified instructor, domestic violence, crisis intervention, DARE, cultural diversity, and my current assignment at present is working in community resources and crime prevention in the village. Under this title, I wear a myriad of hats. I work as a juvenile officer. I work in dealing with the parents of those children. But the goal of our topic today is community policing. And to make it even more specific, forming a partnership with the faith community. We're working hand in hand with another group of people to reach a common goal. The faith community are trained professionals, and their philosophies on life is dedicated to helping other people. Very similar to what we do. They may do it in a different way, and we need to tap in that resource which is untapped. It's a very untapped resource. They're right there in front of us. They're trained. They want to help, but we don't reach out ourselves to them to get the help that they have to offer to us. Some of the ways that we can partnership. We can offer our services as professionals in domestic violence in the form of seminars, and they can help us out by offering counseling and victim assistance as far as follow-up is concerned. A lot of our laws, a lot of things that we do are based on biblical principles. They believe in corporal punishment, for example, when it comes to different things. There are a lot of offenders within the church that try to use the biblical basis to perpetrate domestic violence, to perpetrate child abuse. It may be a situation where they may not know that they are doing that, but because of their beliefs, they do it, and we may have a difficult time in reaching them. But if we take the time to do some outreach, and we go and we educate them as to what the law states, and why we respond the way that we do to certain things, then it may be able to help them to understand and to pass that information on to their congregation. Crisis intervention and counseling. Again, most of your clergy members that are in power today or in the head of the churches are all degreed people. And most of them have their degrees in social work and counseling and psychological areas and things along those lines to be able to be more effective with their congregation. And we need to use them in any way that we can. When they won't come to us, they may go to their clergy members. Juvenile diversion is another big issue. It's a very big issue that's going on in the world today. How many people are having problems with juveniles in the community? Do you think the church will be able to help us out and being able to provide counseling, being able to provide youth groups, to have our children involved in different areas and be around more positive children that are doing some positive things? A lot of times the media portrays our children as being only bad. All we see is the bad side of what's going on with our youth. But there are also some places that kids are going and doing some positive things as well. And maybe we need to hook up those kids that are out there in trouble with the kids that are in the churches that are doing positive things. Another good way of using the church and partnershiping with the church. Tutoring programs. A lot of our children may be getting in trouble in school because they really don't understand what's going on there. And if you don't understand what's going on within the system, and you don't feel a part of that system, what do? You act out. They may not be able to read. So because they can't read, and they may be 13 or 14 years old in the 4th and 5th grade because they can't pass proficiency tests, you have a lot of retired teachers, a lot of skilled tradespeople, and everything else that are involved in churches who are looking for something to do with their time and to be able to share their knowledge with somebody else. Drug intervention education. Do you think that drug abuse, alcohol abuse, and things along those lines don't exist in our churches? In every aspect of life? Because our churches are only a microcosm of what's happening in our whole society. So don't you think that we can offer some valuable resources to our churches by being able to go in and teach drug education, to show them what to look for as far as drug recognition is concerned? When people may be acting out, that may be causing them to have acts of domestic violence and child abuse and things along those lines, just a way that we can partnership and we can offer the services that we have to our churches.